Ooh. Unable to connect. Try again. Wonder why I'm having so many connection issues lately. Does anyone thank you? Yeah, I think I had some sweet leaf.
Before just spawned in front of me upstairs.
Ooh. Alright, let's water our tree. Wonder what happens to it when it grows up. Huh? Like, I keep getting these chests. Nice. Sweet. My kilns are firing. Looking good. Oh, I should probably put my chest down, I suppose. I keep getting chests. Like, tons and tons of chests. Can I move the window? No. Wait a minute, I got like all kinds of chests, man. They're all over the place. Like, what am I supposed to do with these? Do I just sell them, or...? Let's go ahead and put away my stuff here real quick. It's nice that I'm building up some silver ore. Can't use it yet, but I don't mind. Gardenia flowers. Fleurs. Bright shroom. Can I place it somewhere? I don't mind selling the lily drops. Sell the fishy. Alright, good deal. You have mail. Gina. Dear Stargazer, Hekla and I discovered a runic lock on the door in the ruins near our tent. We could use some help finding the key, but like, only if you're up for it. Dear Stargazer, I see your skills have slightly improved, but you still have a long way to go. Still, perhaps you're ready for a new bow. Have I reached level 6? No, I'm pretty sure I haven't reached level 6 yet. Dear Stargazer, that pick of yours is getting dull yet. Come on by and I'll teach you the secrets of repairing it and maybe something a little extra you can do with your silver ore. Noise. Who was that though? Haru? Here's a little something, and thanks for your continued Patronage, pal. Come and spend it all. Come spend it all in one place. Mine. My pickaxe. Let's take a look at my pickaxe. I mean, is it like, does it actually have a durability? Oh, it does. So okay, I didn't realize that's what that was. Okay, cool. So Hodari, Hassan. I want to talk to Reth more and get better on my cooking. It's nice to see thank you and like so much politeness. Like I'm so used to playing games where the politeness it just isn't there. And if anything, people are ragging on you and dumpstering on you and making you feel like you're less of a person because you don't perform as well as they do. Hey, I got my glider. Ah, I got my glider. Let's do it. Let's do it. Run. Oh. Um. I'll have to start working on my professions. Actually. Bing, bing, bing. Let's go shipping, fishing. Blah. I'm slightly bummed out. Like, I want more of the music to be heard. I don't know what I'm doing here. The fish is gone. Okay, so I obviously missed the fish. Whoa. No, no, no. Spotted bullhead. I like the fishing mechanic in this game. It's nice. So I wonder if when I turn up the volume control in my computer, if it turns up the volume for you. Oh, I was gonna try and jump all the way across. Yeah, meet with Gina. All right.
We'll find out.
Prove your devotion. Now it feels like it's slightly too loud. I must have turned it up just too much.
Oh, we're really just fucked up. Okay.
So I ended up activating this first side right here, and it was based off of a fish. But this is like, okay, you got water. I would say wind, air, and fire. That's what I would think. Water, wind, air and fire, or you know what I mean, like some type of combination of the four.
Oh, a good day for research, don't you?
Hey, I'm reached level 2 with her.
God.
Try interacting with one. We'll stand at its
It's
at a
covered.
safe
Hug
or
that shit.
helpful distance. We'll cheer you on from the side. That's what we're gonna do. No, I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes.
I keep wanting to call it Hecla. Not Hecla, but Helka, for some reason.
I'm just firing shots on the MG.
I'll get a unidirectional or monodirectional like microphone so that it like only hears my voice coming straight to it. Otherwise, it won't pick anything up.
I'm waiting for the gun to cool off.
Interact with the mysterious stone device. Bundles. You have unlocked an ancient vault. Select a sub-bundle and add the rare items requested. Complete all sub-bundles for an additional reward.
I'm back on the gun.
I don't understand. Oh. Spooky bundle. Vampire crab. Don't even know what that is. Mutated angler. Void ray. Garden mantis. This is the only one I know. Wait. No, hold on. Like, I know that I've seen the vampire crab somewhere.
It's for a round. Fuck, shit.
Green pearl. Striped shell snail. Bulu marlin and sushi. Worms and glowworms. All right. So okay. Well, I kind of get it. I mean, I guess. Let's see. Enchanted pupfish. Like all this stuff seems like it's further down, like in the exploration portion.
Hi. Huh.
Humans are weird.
Finally a new gun.
Huh? I think there was a smaller towel on the bottom right there, or on the the right side at the bottom of the pile.
How about armor and a flash?
I've seen them decorating other doors around Bahari Bay, and I don't know what she's talking about. I kind of zoned out there for a second. Locked doors. Now that we know how to open one, I bet we can open the others too. We just need another battery attuned to that door. It just happens I was asking around and heard that Hassan might have a lead. And I think Hassan is the archer. Do you think you could go ask him about it? I can be way more annoying. Hassan's just like that. What? I always get the feeling that he finds me annoying. Hassan's just like that.
Dude, Kato, don't even bother saving ammo. Just
I can count on one hand the conversations we have had. Anyways, I keep looking for more leads on the other batteries while you follow up with Hassan. Ooh. Man, I feel drained. Like, I sat down, I was feeling reasonable, and now I'm just depleted. This sucks. If you find yourself another battery, feel free to explore without me. Just tell me more about what you find after. Let's do it. What am I supposed to do? Is there like...
Bro, the silence screen still.
It might be hidden in the rocks around here. I would really appreciate your help looking for it. You know, since you already spend so much time Mining.
The fucking cliff.
But it will take you
We
take
lost
up too much time. Don't worry about it.
We lost-
I don't mean to impose. So what am I supposed to be doing with the rocks around here? The key, maybe? Maybe I gotta rewatch my stream.
It's a bit realistic in arcade. It's like the perfect one.
Exhaustion is one of the side, I guess, symptoms of my disease. It's just hard not to be tired. You know, I don't think I'm absorbing all my nutrients. So it's like I get exhausted quickly. Wait a minute, am I in Bahari Bay? I think I'm in Bahari Bay. No. So ask Hassan about the flow batteries. 1 second. I just ate dinner about an hour ago, and I'm hungry already. And I'm feeling dizzy now. I don't think that's so. Like,
Need help on the side?
how am I gonna track all the things that I'm supposed to put into those codexes in the temple or the shrine there, without like taking pictures of them and like just keeping them on the side? I think that, gosh, I wish I was paying more attention.
Like,
You know, but I started zoning out because I wasn't feeling good, and then I missed what she was saying. But I think she said something to explore the area around here, looking for something. Is that something I can mine? I don't think so. Yeah. Well, how far are we in? 17 minutes? That's about right. My pelvic floor is starting to lock up. That's fun. I like how the algae is swirled into the water. It looks pretty. Yeah. It's just disheartening, right? Because it's like I'd like to spend more time, you know, just chilling out and relaxing like this. I'm hoping that, you know, like so like I've looked for chairs before for my office. Like I'm sitting in basically like a dining hall chair, because the rigidity of the chair helps it with my pelvic. Oh, I can walk while I have it targeted. I didn't know that. Now that's pretty sweet. But I've looked for like a chair for my office, huh? Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. It's a real pretty game. You know, it's really relaxing. It's like there's no combat. You're just kind of chilling out. And I mean, there is some combat, but it's... Ow! Ow! Stabbing pain in my abdomen. Wow, what the F? What was I saying?
I mean, that's not a very competitive.
Yeah, well, it's
Try to eat them.
yeah, sleep well. I love you too, honey. I'm sorry about today.
Alright.
And
Enough time in the day to get everything done.
thank you for the head rub. Good night. I hope you sleep well. Did you want to take any melatonin or anything?
I really like it.
Okay then. Sleep well. Or how did
Empty. go grab a
Ever
gun.
feel like there aren't enough hours in the day?
Isn't that Gina? I just talked to her like 5 minutes ago in the other word. It looks like Gwen Steer. Gwen Steer? Gwen Steer. Yeah, that's what it reads, like Gwen Steer. I forgot what I was talking about. Once that pain hit my abdomen, I like all my thoughts went out my brain. Oh, I think I was talking about office chairs. Yeah, I'd like to get an office chair, but you know, the thing is like, you know, I sit on this dining hall chair because it's like, it's got a hard surface, right? And it helps it so that I don't displace my hips and cause things to get worse. But I think because it's so hard, it's also causing problems. Like my hamstrings get really tight. Wow, you got like a half a second to like click that. And it causes my pelvic floor to go hypertonic, right? And then after a while, it's like I can't defecate without medication. So it's like I got to be very careful about how much I do, like bending over, stooping, any kind of work associated with using my hips, standing on my legs and feet too long. And I say too long isn't like 15 to 30 minutes is my maximum before I start having problems. And it's quite disheartening. So I don't really like, man, I'm gonna probably watch my stream. Oh, hey, a rainbow.
Yeah, that could come for those stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch my stream over again so that I read that and like when my mind's a little clearer. I think I'm kind of done with questing for now. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not really feeling it. And it's stressing me out. And I don't want to be stressed right now.
Do not go out there.
So I think I'm gonna work on just being more productive with my professions. The question is, what do I want to work on? Like when I was reading about Palia. Damn it! When I was reading about Palia, from like the cooking aspect of things, where or not cooking but farming, like you like carrots. Like as an example, I don't know what the cost is. I don't remember, but the carrot was like, say, it would cost, say, 30 gold to buy it, like the carrot seeds, but when you sold it, the value was only worth 15. And I haven't like validated whether this is true or not, but it seemed like they were making it so that the value of the carrot, the finished carrot after buying the seed, was worth less than the actual seed that you purchased. So it's not like you can go farming up a whole bunch of, you know, carrots and everything else. And I don't want to get off yet. But the carrot, like, they made it seem like you couldn't just sit there and farm and to make money out of it. I'm so spacey right now. I can't even think clearly. What am I trying to do? What do I want to do? Well, I want to get things up to level 6. I want to get my fishing up to level 8 so that I can get the new fishing pole, I think. I want to get a new bow, I want to get a new pickaxe, and I want to get a new axe. So I need a wood, stone, fish. And hunting. Wood, stone, fish, hunting. So I'll just do that as I'm walking around doing fishing. Wood, stone, fish. What? Wood, stone, fish, hunting. Okay. I think I have it, and then I'll forget it in about 5 seconds. I can do this. I can sit here for a few more minutes. I only have 24 minutes. Getting a lot of bullhead today. I wonder if I can run fast enough to hit the bottom of the water and then get to the other side of the lake or pond.
Covering the same side.
Maybe I could do that. I got an idea. Maybe that'll get me further enough across. Yeah. I did it. Gotta have my little goals in life, right? I just, I want to be able to sit down and relax a little more without it being so painful. So I'm hoping that... So what I was trying to say is I was looking for... Like, I've looked for office chairs, right? Because of all my medical issues. Like, I flipped the four-wheeler on my back, flipped one on my neck. You know what I mean? I got all these medical issues, too. Got this rare digestive disease. I got all these pelvic floor problems. And it's like, if I sit on chairs that have cushions in them, they end up displacing my hips. Because my hips aren't level or something, and when I sit on it, it like weakens one area of the chair, like say like the left side of my hip versus the right side, and then it like causes the chair to get all screwed up. And I bought in like 3 or 4 chairs that it's done this to, right? Because they've made these chairs with, I don't know what it's called. It's an elastic band at the bottom of the cushion, right? So then the cushion displaces, and then my hips displace, and then like I can't sit it anymore. It creates extreme pain. But if I sit in this dining hall chair, it causes my hamstrings and my sits bones and my hips and just all kinds of pain. Sometimes, well, okay, so like I went to my doctor, and the doctor said to me, because I was taking like about 10 or 15 different supplements, right? And it was, but the supplements were vitamins, and then they were also like say like collagen peptides, L-glutamine, things that help the digestive system heal. And but it was also controlling the spasticity of my muscles, the rigidity and the tension in my muscles. It was also helping to control like the relaxation of my muscles, and also the fatigue. Like I get extreme fatigue syndrome. At least that's what I'm calling it. Like I get to the point where I have a hard time holding myself up in a chair under my own power. That's a more rare portion of what I go through, but it And she's like, well, you're not gonna like what I have to say, but I want to take you off all of those. And I'm like, okay. I mean, like, I'm trying to listen, right? I'm trying to be a good patient, because I haven't been a good patient before in the past very well, because it's like you get so manic with all the pain that you're in, and the doctor is not finding solutions to your problems. You start losing faith, and I've cycled through a couple of doctors. She seems like she really wants to try and help me. So I'm trying to just listen to her. And I was off it for like 3 days, and my world's starting to fall apart. Like I got it to the point where it's like I was basically like able to like extenuate my ability to sit in the chair to about a half hour to an hour and a half. And like the hour and a half was at the top end, and the low end was a half hour. So and I would try to hit somewhere in the middle, but now that I'm off all these supplements, and I'm only taking very minimal as I can, like I'm really trying not to take them. And if I do take them, I don't take a lot of it, right? Because, I don't know, she kind of got in my head a little bit. And she seemed like she was kind of upset with me. And now it's like I can't sit in the chair for more than 15 minutes before I start having enough pain to where it's like I feel like I got to get up and do something else. So I've lost like a half hour to an hour's worth of, I don't know, what do you want to call it? I can't even think anymore. I don't know what the word is. Contact time? Oh, I'm so unhappy right now. This sucks, man. Anyway, seems like all I do is get down and complain about my conditions, but I guess if it emotionally helps me, I'm okay with it. And I don't know if I'm necessarily complaining, other so much as just informing. Oh, I can break it. Yeah. You know, because with all my illnesses, I go through severe bouts of fear and terror. You know, and like my wife, she just went to sleep, and I start getting super scared because she's no longer awake with me, and what if something happens? I mean, I'm sure my son, you know what I mean, he's competent and he can help me if something goes really, really wrong and I end up, needing medical attention, but I don't know, just not having my wife around me when I'm feeling like this, I start getting super scared. My wife's really sweet. She'll try to stay up with me, and she hurts herself to try and be there for me, because it's like she needs to go to bed and rest, you know what I mean? And she's got her own medical issues, and I feel really bad because I don't want her to be in pain and not feel well and then be exhausted all the time. I'm really grateful that she's going to sleep on the, because she hasn't worked in the last couple of days, right? Because she wasn't feeling good yesterday, and then she usually has, Fridays off to hang out and do things and whatever. And she's been going to bed on time instead of staying up and like chilling out and relaxing with me, and I'm really grateful that she's getting some sleep because I'm so scared for her, and her medical conditions. Just, I don't know, like when I looked at my life, I didn't think that this is the way that it was going to be. I ran a relatively successful computer company where I went on site and did computer repair work, and
I did select clicks, man.
I thought I was going to be a millionaire, right? And then my medical issues hit, and boom, my entire business hit the tank, went under, and then there was nothing I could do. I had to watch it all fall apart. Almost lost my house in 2024. Like, seriously, like if they had not reviewed the last set of paperwork that we had sent in for our mortgage reassessment program, or whatever the hell you want to call it, from the bank, because they were telling us like, no, we're not going to do it. We're gonna, like, they put our house on the auction block a couple of times, and we're like one time, I think, well, they tried a couple of times, but we kept trying to delay it and whatever, and then it was like it came down to the wire. And they were like, hey, look, we're going to do it. We're going to put it on the auction house, or the auction, like, next week, you know what I mean? And you missed your deadline. I'm like, look, guys, I said, all the paperwork is there. All you just have to do is look at it. You're forcing me out of my home. You're going to sell my home, and then I'm going to have to leave. And then what the hell am I supposed to do? I don't have any income, because I've been medically disabled, can't work. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing? I said, she goes, well, we're here to help people. I said, you're not helping people. I said, and like, how can, she goes, well, I wouldn't work for a company, the lady on the phone at the bank. She's like, I wouldn't work for a company that did that. And I'm like, well, you are doing that. That's exactly what you're doing. You're forcing me out of my home. And, so they ended up reevaluating it. They ended up evaluating it, thank goodness, and it worked out that they reevaluated our loan and everything, and it just, the timing sort of worked out. So, and I think they took like $100 or $200 off the final payment, you know what I mean? So that was nice. But man, did it suck. It was just such a tumultuous time. I don't know. And I'm somebody who's a dreamer, right? Like, I have all kinds of ideas, and I'm not afraid to work for them. But now it's like I can't do anything. I'm so limited in my lifestyle that it's like, I don't know. It sucks. Wow, your inventory is too full. All right. Well, I think Silver gate flared high pile. I don't know what they're trying to say. What's C8 mean?
Yeah, all the rest of them are downstairs.
I don't know. I'm getting real dizzy too. Like it's
If
what
anyone is
it's
the
like.
frag, now's a good time to start throwing.
I don't know. I kind of want to just. I'm getting frustrated because it's like I want to fiddle around and relax a little bit and everything, but it's becoming an extremely painful experience to just sit here. You know, because like you spend your life, and I spend my life now. Like I can sit in my wife's recliner, but who the hell wants to sit there in the recliner? There's only so much TV you can watch before you're just so sick and tired of TV. You know, you think that it would be fun, right? To have all this time to yourself to do, you know, whatever, but when the rubber meets the road, it's extremely boring to have way too much time on your hands and no way to do anything. You know, I don't have a car, so it's not like I can go anywhere, and I can only walk for about 20 to 30 minutes tops before I start really having some issues. And I can't stand in place for too long. 15 minutes on the on a short end, and well, I would say on average, and then up to like a half hour. And I had an experience like where I stood for a half an hour while I was talking to my buddy that passed away recently. And I came home and I was crying, laying on the ground because my legs hurt so bad. You know, and it's not like this shit just goes away. You know, it's like apparently I got peripheral vascular disease where like my blood doesn't flow back to my body from my legs very well. And I got severe regurgitation in my right leg. It's like, okay, and then it's worse in my left. That's how they worded it. You got severe regurgitation in your right leg, but your left leg is worse. I'm like, what? Like, that's how you're supposed to word that?
They shot you from the doorway.
But I guess the blessing is like I have this stenosis, which is a narrowing of the arteries or the veins and whatnot. But you know, they got me on compression socks, but like the compression socks hold my legs so hard that it's like they go numb, or they start to, and they start to tingle in weird ways. You know, like I'm cutting off the blood circulation in my legs. Yeah, whatever, man. Life sucks sometimes. It just seems like it sucks way more than it feels good anymore. I've actually been evaluating, like, you know, things have, like, financially, things have turned around a little bit, you know, so I've been wanting to do things. Like, I used to stream in the past, and,
Like upstairs, fuck that.
oh, I'm out of arrows. And I enjoyed the process, right? Oh, my wife's getting upset. I'm gonna go check on her. Oh,
I didn't have a second to fucking react to that. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Alright, well.
shit's going a hell in a handbasket real fucking fast. I'm gonna trust my teammates to cover that for me. I entrusted my fate too lightly. right on top of me, turned to mist. Come back. Holy shit.
I'll be right back. I gotta take Buddy out for a pee.
Maybe we should have argued the progress. already beat you to it. I went with AKM, light, and combat. Carrying armor, nope. Nope. No, I have a light carrier, but not armor. If I didn't have a carrier, I wouldn't be able to have bullets. Oh, I just ate shit.
Alrighty, I'm back. Apologize for the delay. Oh, my wife was having a stressful moment, and I just wanted to be there for her. You know, she goes out of her way for me so much. You know what I mean? I want to try to return the favor, and you know, like I haven't always been the best husband to her. And you know, I want to try and show her that I love her and care about her, and that she's important to me. You know, because she's got her own medical issues, and I get worried that, you know, based on her medical issues, I mean, because it just seems like, you know, she has hypertension, right? And it's called the silent killer. And it can just wreck her off the planet, you know, without even us realizing it. Oh, I don't need bows. I don't need arrows. So I freak out about her stuff now too. And then my dog, Buddy, he has he was a stray, and he's got like emotional issues, and he's got like some health issues with his mouth, and it's just like I got so many things I'm panicking about with our health that it's just like, I don't know, man, it gets way overwhelming. Oh. Well, at least I'm passing gas. That's a blessing, right? Like, I go through these things when my pelvic floor gets so hypertonic that I can't pass gas. I can't burp. You know, because my muscles just, I don't know, they spasm or something. And I turn into a beach ball and look like I'm 9 months pregnant. It feels like my stomach wants to tear open. You know, and it's like sometimes if, you know, like when you read like the paperwork or I talk to people about it, it just seems so crazy. Like it's even like, how the hell is this even happening? And you know, it's like it almost can't be real. But I'm saddled with the burden of experience, right? Like I go through it regularly, you know, like my stomach wants to tear open. You ever watch like Aliens, the movie with Sigourney Weaver, and how the alien wants to go and like tear out of your stomach? Yeah, well, the blessing for them is that it only happens once. They rip out the stomach and then they die. Well, you know, for me, I go through that feeling like regularly. Like we're talking like easily 3 to 5 times a week. You know, it's just, it's stupid. It's demoralizing. It kind of wrecks my mental on a regular basis, makes my world unravel. Because it's like, you start thinking like, what the hell is the point of even being here if I'm going to be this sick? Like, what am I learning? Or what am I gaining? Like, it's like, you have no idea why you're here. You're just here. And it's like, you're going like, I don't understand, man. Like, I don't get what the whole point is to suffer this much, right? Like you think, well, because you want life to have a meaning, like some kind of grander purpose for the reason that you exist. And it's like, as far as I can figure, I'm just here to suffer, man. My body is turned into one big suffering meat sack. You know, where it's like, I feel like I'm being tortured every single day on a regular basis. It's like, it brings me to my knees on a regular basis. Like I have no answer for any of it. And neither do the doctors. Neither do doc. I have a rare digestive disease that less than 4% of the population has.
Yeah, I got
But I am feeling semi-hopeful, right? Like I talked to a gastroenterologist over at Cleveland, and they're a second world rated hospital. Like they're the best. They're the second best hospital in the world. So they got skills. You don't get there by not having skills. And the lady just, you know, she had some ideas. She had ideas, and other people don't. It's like the people where I live act like I'm trying to lie to them. I tell them that I'm in hell and they ignore me. Or they don't know what to do with me, right? Like they just have no idea how to help me. And the lady over at the Cleveland Clinic told me that like she had empathy. I don't think any of the doctors, minus like the first doctor, was concerned about the suffering that I'm going through and the amount of pain that I'm constantly in. You know? And I was touched. I was touched because all you want to do when you feel like this is for somebody that can potentially do something to hear you. So I don't know. It just feels like there should be more to life than this right now, and there's not. And I'm doing the best I can to like stay positive, but when there's this much negative in my life, you know what I mean, and the suffering becomes endless, you know, I can't help but get broken down. You know, I just can't help it. You know, and I don't know that anybody could. And the thing that blew my mind is my dad didn't believe me. Like I was lying. Like, why would I lie to you? Like, I've lied to the dude, I think, like, twice in my life. I felt so bad about it, I never did it again. But yet, because of him, like, he stole things from me. He's part of the reason why I think that I have the medical conditions I have, because they put me in a leg lock that was insane when I was a kid. And, you know, straight up child abuse, you know, nearly choked my ass out, you know, but he did it in my abdomen, right? He, like, put the leg lock in me, took his knee and dug it into my solar plexus and underneath my rib cage, and I could feel all my organs stretching like they wanted to explode in my abdomen. And it was like, I fought it for a while, like I really, really tried, and to keep him from hurting me. And my muscles, I was 13 years old, so there was really nothing I could do. Now, granted, I mean, we were wrestling and stuff, but he took it way too far. You know, I might have hurt him, but as an adult, you're expected. Because I knew wrestling moves from junior high. You know, and as an adult, you're expected to be more mentally stable than your children. And it's a shame when, you know, the parents can't be. So he lashed out at me and he hurt me really badly. Like, but I didn't get this particular way until about 6 years ago. I ate a piece of Brillo from a Thai food restaurant because those idiots didn't clean the wok properly. And it was like I was fine one day, and then the next day was like, boom, my whole life exploded and I was bad and I couldn't, like, everything was a nightmare. It was just a straight up nightmare. And it hasn't lifted since. And it's six years of day in and day out and day in and day out. I don't know. Oh, moss. And I can't pick it up. Let's eat some carrots. Maybe if I get rid of stuff. What's the cooing? Is it water or is it cooing? I got 9 mushroom bites. These things are basically useless. I mean, they're 25 focus. Like, I went outside for like all of like 5 minutes to let Buddy go pee, and now I got 2 bites on my forearm. And I felt something hit me and then roll down my arm the second time. I wonder if it was a spider or something. Like maybe I walked through a spider, because spiders around here like to do that, right? Like they do this insane stuff where they'll paratroop out of a tree, crawl along the ground, and walk up another surface, and then they'll have these really long stringy things, like they're trying to make some massive web or something. And then it gets in your face. You know, I mean, I can't tell me how many spider webs I've walked through in my life over here. So it's like, I mean, I can't say that I have nothing to be grateful for. Like, there's all kinds of wonderful things in my life. I just wish I felt better to enjoy them more. You know? And feel like I can move forward in a way. Because, like, I understand that progress, whether it be through something of a hobby or a job, is important. You need to feel like you're moving forward in some way. Progression is important. My psyche, right? I need to feel like I'm getting better, or I'm able to do something that's important to me, and I can make progress on that. Or look, I can't even clean my house properly because of the issues. Like it's like I lost the ability to clean my house. Now I can push myself, and I mean I can do little things around the house, but eventually I get wore out, and I get about a week in, and I'm just like, I can't do this anymore, and I have to let it go, and then shit piles up, and my house looks like a wreck, and you know, and then I feel, what the hell is this? This better not be a tick. It's a crusty piece of blood on the back of my head, I think. What the hell? Hey. 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 The back of my head. You don't have to touch it, but I don't know. Does anything look like there's a bump around here or something?
Don't. Take it on now.
Okay. I don't know, maybe it was just a little, like So, you know, oh, jeez. Can you please fill the water? All right. Well, I guess the one thing I'm grateful for is I finally got away from playing League of Legends, so that's nice. That game is disappointing on pretty much every level. You know, it takes your feelings towards humanity and amplifies them, the negative ones, right? You know, and I'm guilty of being a toxic person just like everybody else. And but the stress that game was putting on my body was insane, and I don't think I've fully decompressed because I got sick I had like a flare up immediately after I stopped playing, because it takes me about 3 days to relax after playing one game of League.
I'm gonna lie.
And it's just mainly due to the fact of my illnesses. Like my body doesn't deal with stress, whether it's positive or negative, very well. You know, like I could get excited about something because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and my body starts to implode. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like I can't even enjoy things too much, otherwise it's gonna hurt me. It's like, you know, at some point you're going like, you got to be kidding, right? Like I do get a chance to decompress at some point, right? But I'm going to have to be mindful. Like last night I was up till about 4 or 5 because my acid reflux was just ripping my throat apart, man. Couldn't get myself to fall asleep, you know. And at some point I just had no energy left, and I just went under. But I don't know, and you know, and humanity in itself is starting to scare me. Like, we ended up having a shooting on my block, and the dude that got shot was laying on my lawn. Like, it's like it broke out from a party down the street and ended up on my lawn. It's like, are you effing fucking kidding me, man? It's like, you degenerates can't, like, you know, play nice with each other. You know, you gotta go shooting each other, and you're gonna end up on my lawn. Some dude's gotta be holding your blood inside of your body on my lawn. What the fuck? It's like, I don't get it. And then we had to clean up all the glass and everything, and it's like I was terrified to clean it up because it's like, you know, you don't want to be around somebody else's blood. Oh, he helped me actually do the. That was weird. I didn't know that was a thing. Do we both get the wow. We both get the ore. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it feels like we're getting too far apart as a race, and people are starting to die for no reason. You know, because we can't deal with each other's opinions, and you know, and freedom of speech isn't really freedom of speech anymore because you open your mouth and you get shot. Like you can't even like seriously. I there was a chick that I was like they were coming down the street, and like my mom and I were turning onto the street, and we were already turning onto the street, and she pulls directly into the middle of the street. You know, basically like limiting our ability to like get onto the street and not hit her. And I kind of just tossed my hands up and I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you blocking off the street? She rolls down her window like she wants to get into a fight with me, you know what I mean? And it's like I had a girl, and it's not that you say that, you know, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but I'm a man, and I'm obviously stronger than her. And she gets in my face and she starts like, cause she cut the line over at Little Caesars. So she cuts the line over at Little Caesars, and I tell her, hey, look, you know, you're cutting the line. And then I told the dude at the cash register, I'm like, look, you should not serve her because she cut the line. You know, there's other people here waiting. And then she's like some thug, like she's like, you know, start, you know, threatening me, I'm gonna kick your ass, and you know, and I'm gonna shoot you right in this place. And it's just like, what the hell is wrong with people nowadays? Like, why are they so degenerate? You know, so I haven't been back to that Little Caesars. You know, it's like, I don't want to get shot over a pizza because somebody cuts the line because they're being a degenerate. I'm disappointed in humanity in a lot of ways now. It's like I'm starting to
Yeah, I was just talking about that.
starting to feel really bad about the human race. You know, we all feel entitled to something.
Interpreter.
You know what I mean? And a lot of us out there aren't willing to work for what we get. Like, I don't mind putting in a hard day's worth of work because I believe personally, you know, like when you don't put a hard day's work in, you don't get the good feelings that come with putting a hard day's work in. There's actually a certain level of emotional value to putting a hard day's work in and then getting a good paycheck out of it, you know? So it's like these kids don't even get the opportunity to know what the good feelings are about hard day's work. I don't know. It's really sad. It's really sad. And now you can't even say anything to anybody about it because you're going to get shot and you're going to get killed over something stupid. I don't know. I mean, and what's weird is like you can go talk to other people randomly and people are in pretty nice moods at times. But, I mean, how much longer before World War III hits or something? You know? You got Trump out there antagonizing everyone. I mean, I don't know if that's the best plan. Yeah, we might have the biggest army right now, but, you know, it only takes one nuke to destroy, you know, a third of our country.
So fucking quick.
I don't know if it's one nuke, but, you know, my point is it only takes one bomb to make things really, really bad.
OBJ lost.
I don't know. I guess it's going to be whatever it's going to be, right? Like, we don't have... Like, I'm starting to become a fatalist, you know, and I don't believe in God. I mean, I was raised Christian and Bible-thumping Christian, to be specific. And if you feel like that's kind of a derogatory term, I guess, you know, you can take it however you want to, but I don't have a very positive outlook on Christianity. It's actually caused a lot more harm in my life than good. And I don't know. I mean, it's really unfortunate.
I need to figure out how to like toggle my crouch button to not be a hold.
Kind of forgot what I was talking about. I had a point that I was trying to make, or at least a train of thought that I was following. 49 gold and it's uncommon. I get the feeling like these are valuable at some way. So it's like anything that I feel like I might be able to turn into something and build with, I've been storing. Right? How much gold do I have? I got a little coin. I got some reputation. I don't know what the value of that reputation is. I thought this was pretty cool. I set these up when I got them. It's like, don't get it, don't get it, don't get it, don't get it. I'm trying to create a small game for myself. Like, when I get better at it, you know, at one point, I might want to just see how many I can do while I'm on stream. Because I've done it before where if you turn around properly, you can keep going. You can go doing, 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 and keep bouncing back and forth. Which I thought was kind of neat. It was really fun. Oh, so this is something I found that was kind of neat about this game. Huh? Where is it? Oh, it's not here. Where, what? Oh, no? What's a new plot? 50,000 gold. What? Ooh, that's cool. Can I rotate this thing? That's cool. Now I gotta think about how I want to design my house. Anyways, there was a option where you could change your plots look. Like it could be astral, you know what I mean? Like you're in space and stuff, and it could be winter, and it could be, you know, all these different environments. And I thought that was really cool. I feel like they've really put some time into this game. and they've done a good job with it so far. I'm really looking forward to the the progression, and if they just keep adding on to it and whatnot, I think they're going to have a good game. Like, you've already got a good game. Like, it's got a lot of satisfactory options for satisfactory options for whoa, that's cool. I didn't That's nice. Huh. How big does it get? For progression, right? And it's not a heavy combat game, which I'm really pleased about, right? Because, like, I can't handle the stress of those games anymore, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be pissed off all the time. I got enough problems with my diseases to, like, deal with, rather than, like, being pissed off because some dude's better than me because he spends 16 hours a day playing first-person shooters, or another person on League that spends his entire life playing League, and I'm lucky if I can dedicate 30 minutes to it. You know what I mean? Like, I suppose I could, like, I could play like normals in League, but I find myself not in, like, it doesn't feel rewarding to play. Like, the game in of itself doesn't feel very rewarding to play for very long. Like, mechanically, like, I enjoy it for like the first week or two that I play it, because I'm like, oh wow, this is an amazing game. Look at all the cool stuff you can do, and if you play well, it feels good to be able to successfully outplay somebody. But then, I come to the realization, if I'm doing well, they're doing poorly. So I'm inadvertently making someone else's life unhappy by just doing well. So what happens if that person's having a real shitty day? You know what I mean? And I come in and blow him away about 7 or 8 times in a game and dominate his games, and then he starts raging out with his, the people that he's playing with. Next, it's just this. I don't want to be a part of that cycle anymore, and feel like I'm hurting people. I don't want to hurt anybody anymore. I don't want to hurt people around me. I don't want to hurt people in a game. It just feels very unrewarding. I don't need to be better than anybody else. My ego doesn't need that anymore. I would rather be a good person and enjoy, be more peaceful. Maybe move into a state of Gandhiness. But it's really hard, right? Like, I don't know, like, meditation is supposed to help you relax around things, and subsequently, hopefully, relax around the pain that I have, but I'm not really good at meditating. When I try, it just seems like I become overwhelmed with what's happening in my life and the pain. I'm actually getting pretty hungry. Yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry. Give me 1 second. I'm going to start some oatmeal.
You guys need to fall back, like, right now. Like, right now. Damn it, out of the mid sprint. The building's the most expendable.
Okay, I'm back. I forgot I didn't clean. Well, I didn't say I forgot, but I didn't clean the pan well enough, so I put some water in it. Just kind of sucks because now I gotta wait for the food to cook, or like the water to kind of soften all the old oatmeal a little bit. You know, I don't want to be sitting there scraping like crazy or anything. And I think I ended up burning it a little bit on the bottom of the last time I cooked with it. And so yeah. So now I'm gonna be hungry for a minute. I don't know. Like I think that like if I could have what I would like, 'cause it seems like I don't get what I want anymore most of the time anymore. It just seems like it's not in the universe's cards. Like I said, I've become a bit of a fatalist, you know, in the sense, and I don't know, what's gonna happen's gonna happen, and I don't know if exactly what to call it. Is it a determinist? Like I'm starting to believe that you don't have. I mean, you have choices in this life, and it feels like you have free will, but we are in a universe with that's so much bigger than we are, so much bigger than we are, and we understand so very little about the universe and how things actually work. I mean, we understand stars and moons and stuff like that, and I get it. I mean, that's something, but I'm talking about what happens behind the scenes, who's pulling the strings, whatever. Like, we understand so very little about what that's all about. And I'm starting to believe that you don't really have any choices. Like, whatever your life is meant to be has already been predetermined, sort of like the Matrix. You're just here to understand why you made the choices you made. You're not making any new choices. I mean, you're not operating on an option of free will. You have free will, but like you don't have free will. Like the feelings that you experience, the way that you experience the world, how the world impacts you, it's all more or less like the feelings. I mean, what are feelings really? You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling like that what's meant to happen will happen and you can't change it. So like you want to be rich, right? And you're like you go hell bent and you're dead set on being rich. That's what I did. And I had the vehicle, I had the business, I had everything. It was going to happen. And then the universe twisted the knob, and now I don't have it anymore because it gave me all my illnesses. There was forces at work that I had no control over. Call it God if you want to. I won't do that. But, you know, I believe life has already been predetermined. Whatever your life is to be, it's to be. So if you are there to succeed, then you will succeed. It's not a matter. It's a 100% certainty. Whatever your life is to be, it's 100% certain and already determined, in my opinion. So take it or leave it. But when you go through enough experiences that dictate to you what your life is, and you have no control over them, you start to come to some conclusions that you really don't have control over these forces that are greater than you. And I guess the best that I can do is try to accept that and move forward with the knowledge that maybe I'm just here to try and take what I can from these experiences in this life and make something the best that I can out of it. You know, so hopefully I guess all I can do anymore is hope that I get some of the things that I feel like I need and want out of life. You know, maybe it's all okay anyway in the end. Maybe it's all okay in the end anyway.
What's that?
Whoa, that was cool. It was like it stopped for a second and then I kind of phased out and then it exploded. Almost like there was a bomb attached to it, like boom. Yeah. I don't know. What are you supposed to do with stone? Like, there's so much stone, and I don't really know what to do with it. What I should really be doing is clearing out my new room space. Do I want, like, a room in the back of the house? Or do I room off to the side? Like, I think I want a workshop. Yeah. So the question is where do I want the workshop? I feel like the workshop should be over here. Because it now, and here's the thing, and talk about forces and not being able to control things. Palia, the company, put your water here. So it seems only logical that your farm be on this side. You know, but me, you know, not being completely aware of my surroundings, put my garden over here. So there it is. There's my little garden. Yeah. But now I'll have to pick up all of my equipment. And then I'll like... But what I can do is I'll create my new workshop. Like, how do I get rid of this dirt? Is there a way to do that? How do I do that? Huh? Can I do that? Where do I want my trellis to be? How about... Can I put it... I kind of want my trellis here. Then have my bench here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that fits. I don't know if that's going to track for me. I like my trellis. I just don't know what to do with it. Because I want, like, I think what I want to do is to, you know, at the beginning and ends of my stream, I want to sit here. And I want to look at what's mine. And sometimes maybe I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit here and talk and look at my place. You know, it's like the more that I play this game, the more I like this game. I think the world needs more companies. Like, if I was to become a gaming designer, which I don't think I'll ever be, I have a lot of good ideas, but I think that I would like more companies like Singularity 6 that make games like this. And in fact, I think I would like any of my streams and the, you know, and things like that to reflect positive mental games. You know, because I think we need more positivity in the world. It's like, how do you combat negativity? You focus on the positive stuff. Right? But I've been programmed. Wait a minute. My legs ain't long enough to hit the back of the chair.
I was about to click.
That's a hell. Dude's got some hella abs there, man. Like, to hold himself like that. I didn't realize that. I don't. My back don't touch the back of the. Like, for reals. Okay then. I never realized that. That's weird.
It's a lot.
All right, I'm gonna go check my my bowl and my pan and see if I can start my oatmeal.
I didn't make it. Sabaton Hill. Sabaton Hill. Ah, god damn it, I tapped out for a second. gas mask is being slapped on. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna keep that shit on at all times, I'm not gonna lie.
Ugh. I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna have to go to bed soon after I eat. I'm not sure what I was talking about or what I was doing. One of the things with my disease is I can't remember things very well. Like, I forget things so easily now, and I don't know if it's just part of my age. What? What? Get out of here. Nice. All right, that works. That'll play. That'll play. That's awesome. So I get to move my little farm out of the way with everything intact. That's too freaking cool. That is awesome. I'm so happy. That's so cool. I really like this game. This is awesome. I don't know. There's so much anger in the world. All I want to do is be a force for the positive these days. You know, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything, because I just lost my shit today. You know, it was like just people on the road are just, I don't know, they're just not nice. You know, everybody's driving like they're insane, and you know, and then it's like they feel justified in their insanity. You know, and it's so scary on the road these days. Like and here's the thing. I drove for a living with my computer business. I drove for a living. And I don't like being on the road anymore, and I'm looking at going and getting a car soon. You know, and it's like the only reason I want to get a car is so that I can frankly go out and do things. Like, and the reality behind it is, like, what kind of things am I talking about? Like, I want to get a GoPro, you know, or something like that. Something that I can stream with and, you know, put it like a head mount cam and, you know, with a good microphone on it, you know, or maybe a microphone that I like a wireless microphone or something, and do in real life streams. You know, of me just walking out, taking Buddy for a walk, you know, my co-host here. Take him for a walk and have us go do stuff and just enjoy the day as best we can. Maybe like pack a picnic and we'll have a picnic out at one of the national parks and just chill out.
That kid later.
You know, and I don't know. I mean, like, what else is there for me to do? You know, if I can get out and try to relax, maybe do some yoga or something. Maybe I can decompress a little bit more than I can now when I'm at home. Because like I've done the homebody thing because I've been forced to be at home. So it's like I'd like to go out and do things out in the world, you know, like I don't know. I mean anything really, just something more entertaining than being here. You know, and more therapeutic than sitting here, like, because I don't know. This house has been my prison for 6 years. You know, with my bowel issues, it's like I can't get too far away from my house without worrying about, am I going to have a toilet around me that I can sit down in? And then you go to these restaurants and shit, and these people can't even clean their toilets well enough for you to be able to go to the bathroom. It's like, I'm kind of good. You know, kind of good. You know, I would be grateful if they, you know, these restaurants and stuff started cooking their food a little bit more respectfully. And sapwood, doo-doo-doo-doo. Stone brick, doo-doo-doo. I only have 14. I'm confused. So I have none left. I don't understand what is going on right now. What? I don't understand. I'll go make more stone brick and more sap planks.
Oh well.
I don't have any sapwood, do I? Interesting. How about stone? I just got a bunch of stone.
Ready to reload? Lock the fences.
I gotta upgrade my crafting rights or whatever so that I can have more equipment. I really hope, like, that they that the company remains focused like they are right now with this game, and I hope that they take this game to be as I don't know how to say it. My mind ain't helping me here. I hope they keep coming up with amazing features. I really hope that they keep expanding the game, and I hope that I can play this game for the next 10 years. 'Cause this feels like a game that I'm really going to enjoy. I mean, we're in the beta stage, and I really like the game, and the more I play it, the more I like it.
Where are you?
My poor brain. I'm so tired. I'm gonna have to get off soon. I'm just trying to wait for my oatmeal to get done, and
Want me to save it to you, or
like I don't mind. I guess I don't want to like. I don't remember all these big trees being here. These things grow, and I don't necessarily want to chop the wood in my own forest yet because I'm not ready to do that. Right? Like I kind of like the woodsy feel. Like at my house, I leave my like. I don't manicure my house very well. I don't want to say very well. Like it's a personal choice to a degree. Like, one, I can't really do it
drones?
on any real
That was our strike.
consistency or amount. But I like the idea of having a rustic looking, foliage around my house. Because it makes me feel like I'm more in the woods, and I have one of the biggest lots in my area, so it's kind of nice. Ooh, cool! It's the first time I've used my axe since I upgraded it. Whackity whack whack whack. Whackity whack whack whack.
Not being messed up.
This is awesome. We'll have that wood in no time. It's just like I've always wanted to be somebody that can change. And it's important to me to change. And I find myself falling into my same old habits, and I want to grow. I don't want to be stuck the same old person, who's wrapped around negativity and focusing only on the fact that things aren't successful. Or that I can't do something. I'd like to turn my mental around on its head. Because I think mental health is something that I was never taught how to nurture. I grew up with an alcoholic mother who wasn't there for me. And I'm not saying anything bad about her because she's a wonderful person. And she's been there for me through my illnesses. And she's really been supportive. But she also had her own mental illnesses, and things got really hard for her, and subsequently for me, too. I spent large blocks of time alone while she was dealing with what she was going through, and, and it's sad, but, like, right now, I just don't have the same feelings towards my father. And I'm trying to grow as a human being, because it's like, I unfortunately, in a lot of ways, blame my father for the way that some of the things that have happened in my life and the trajectory that my life went. So I'm trying. I need to try not to do that too much, because it's like he's a good man. He's got his own mental illnesses and he doesn't realize it. And if he does realize it, I don't think he's completely aware of how it affects other people around him very much. You know, and I don't want to be like him. You know, it's like my goal for one of the primary goals for this stream and me doing this kind of stuff is if you can look at my life and go, hell no, I don't want to be like him. You know, I don't want to be that sick. I don't want to be that just mentally disturbed. I don't want to be any of that. I feel like that's a win for me. That's a win for me, because you took something that happened to me and you turned it into a good thing. You took all of what I've gone through and you say, hey, look, I'm going to grow because of him. And I'm going to move past that. And that's important to me, because it's like if somebody can learn even one thing on how to improve their lives and make their lives better and gain a little bit of happiness from their life just because they've seen something that I went through that they didn't want to go through, then I would call this stream a win. And that makes me happy. And I'm going to believe that that'll happen. So in that respect, I'm grateful that there's that opportunity on the table by me just sitting here rambling, because I could tell you some stories that I've gone through some pretty crazy things, you know, and I'm sure at some point I'll ramble them out, you know what I mean? And at some point when people potentially start talking to me, you know, we'll end up just touching on a lot more stuff. You know what I mean? Because people ask me questions, or they'll talk to me, or we'll synergize, and then it'll spark a thought, and maybe you'll learn something about me that helps you. You know, one of the things that when I was younger, when I was a Bible-thumping Christian, is that I prayed for wisdom. I don't know that I believe in a God, but I was praying for wisdom so intently when I was younger. And I don't know why. It felt like it was like something that I just wanted. I wanted wisdom, and I felt wisdom was one of the most, if not the most important attribute that someone can have. The problem is wisdom. How do you get wisdom? You go through things. And man, oh man, I feel like I prayed for the wrong thing. Prayed for the wrong thing, man. Wait a minute, like I got a whole bunch of ancient wood. Where's my sap planks? You know, I went and I just started hacking down trees and stuff because I could hack down the big stuff with my axe. And now I don't have the sap planks, so I need to cut down the baby trees. That's what I need. I don't know. I guess I just feel sad. Sometimes I feel like maybe my life would have been better if I didn't meet my dad, because I flipped my four-wheeler on my chest, broke my chest, broke my neck in a way. Like I damaged my neck so badly that it fused 4 vertebrae together naturally. You know, I almost died twice hang gliding. You know, from my perspective, my father in Christianity stripped out my personal ability to protect myself from other people, you know, because of the way that it all unfolded. You know, my dad was very oppressive as a child, and he treated me like he didn't love me. You know, it's like, look, man, if you don't like it here, you can go back to your mom's house. You're going to do exactly what I tell you to do. You know, and he had a hard time showing me affection. You know, I mean, it got better over time. But You know, when you're young and impressionable, it's important to be there for your kids so that they have emotional and stability. Like, for the longest time when I was a child, I was afraid when it rained because I was afraid I was going to get struck by lightning. And it terrified me. You know, but that irrational terror overwhelmed me. You know, so I was afraid and in terror all the time because I didn't understand the forces at work. I didn't realize when it's sprinkling outside and it looks cloudy, you're not actually going to get struck by lightning. The likelihood is very small, especially if there's no lightning around you. You know, but I was terrified of it nonetheless. Kind of like a dog, like my dog Buddy. He shakes when it rains. Just utterly just shakes. He doesn't know how to contain his fear. And I've been a very stable, for the most part, friend to him since he's been in my life. Today was a little rough. He ended up rolling in some poop, and I didn't handle it real well, and I feel horrible about it. But, I mean, I got grumpy with him. I told him he was a bad dog, you know what I mean? But, you know, and whatnot. But, like, I feel bad about it because I don't want him to have those kinds of feelings about me. Like, I don't want him to be afraid of me. He was a stray. He when we first met him, he would shake uncontrollably because he was so afraid of us. He was so afraid of the environment. He was so afraid of the new stuff. And I just, you know, and I've had some other dogs and stuff, and I wasn't the best pet owner. And I don't want to make those same mistakes again because they created deep feelings of regret and sadness in me to the point where it hurts to think about, to the point where I want to cry. And I want him, he's a beautiful soul, and he doesn't deserve anything less than the best that I have inside of me. So I'll figure it out, but it takes time to change. But I think I'm doing an amazing job compared to how I used to be to where I am now. So I'm grateful that I have the ability to still grow.
You know where like slopes are, where they're small enough, so you should
Oh goodness, I didn't realize so many things were in my thing. Well, that's a first. I've never actually cried on stream before. And I've been doing this for over 3 years. This is a new channel, but I streamed for about 3 years before. I think the thing is I'm in a different place in my life now. And I have different goals in life. Yeah, sure, honey, not a problem. 1 second, please. Do you want B6 or no? I'm sorry?
they are some.
Alright, hold on 1 sec. I need to help my wife out for a minute.
man has balls or he's very stupid. They have like very little area to come. Maybe you have a find out the test rate. I'm getting this like elaborate like kit and I'm not able to use it.
So I guess the question I have for you is, do you want to take all of them that you take, or do you want to just take a couple or one?
Oh, they have like 3 spawn points. I wonder this. Lots of smokes over there. Puppies. Usually they appear from smoke.
I'm still here, but I'm busy.
They are so fucked. That's what happened.
What's that, dear?
Oh no. All of them are gonna make it this. That's mine. I would say call the heli. Why'd you? Oh, I'm just taking cover. Fuck that shit. Good thing that friendly fire is on. So we didn't get fucked. Yeah, it just fucked you up so bad. Dude, if it, if it wasn't for that, we would be all fucked.
Hey, baby.
Okay. To adding the Go fucking running around with a dick shit and you put some action. Oh, never mind. It seems support kills. Hey.
Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, my wife has been having a really bad headache and everything, and I've been really scared for her because her blood pressure has been severely high, like 185 over whatever, and kind of dialing in some blood pressure medication. I get really scared because it's a silent killer. You know, and I try to be a good husband, and I'm not always successful, but I don't want her to go anywhere until before I figure it out. Not that I want her to go anywhere after it's either, but I just want to be able to figure out all the things going on, huh? Oh. Oh, I forgot about coconut oil.
Coconut.
Maybe,
I'm not tired, but
maybe I'll sneak in and give But okay, so I'm back. But I'm not sure if you know this. Coconut oil. Sorry for the clanking. Coconut oil is supposedly helpful for acid reflux, and it's processed differently by the body. Like oils, like fat, will relax the lower esophageal sphincter, whereas MCT oil that's in coconut oil does not. The body processes it differently because it's medium chain fat, and it's good for acid reflux because it coats the throat and the esophagus, and I think it's slightly alkaline, so it helps to alkalize the stomach acid, and it tastes amazing in oatmeal if you like that sort of thing. But I think I'm going to get my wife some potassium gluconate because potassium, like if you eat any kind of processed foods that have salt in it, or just salt in general, it actually competes for uptake with salt. And if your body's holding on to salt, potassium helps release it, I think. I don't know, is that true? I want to say that I feel like that's true. I'll have to double check that. But I do believe that it if you have urinary urgency, apparently potassium can help with that. Where it's like, oh my god, I gotta go pee real bad. And then you gotta go pee real bad. I guess it helps with that. How big is this tree gonna get? Oh, I don't know. My legs are getting pretty sore. I'm pushing myself so darn hard. You know, but I'm having a moment here with myself, and I'm content for the first time in probably the last 6 months. When I say first time, it's not, it's an exaggeration. I would say the last 3 weeks. I get so strung out because my body gets so painful, and I rarely seem to manage to make it to whatever mental I'm currently in, so I don't want to just stop. You know, it's kind of like, feels like something's finally going right in my life. So I want to keep doing it, and then I push myself, and then I hurt myself, and then I get mad at myself, and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But I feel like maybe that won't happen this time. Question mark. Oh wow, it's 2 in the morning. Or 2:17 in the morning. I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'm eating my oatmeal, by the way. I don't have any major skills, you know, in gaming. So it's not like I can show you awesome gameplay or anything. Can I move this tree? No. Okay. What am I doing? Why did I come home? Why am I here? I got the sapwood, so I started, you know, sawing up some sapwood. And then I got my... Your inventory is full. Excuse me. Aww. Come on, don't do that. Oh, I'm hiccuping. I like in this game how they've mirrored real life, but they've also taken it into a fantasy world. I don't understand what's happening quite right here, like... So how many... Is everything okay? You know, I've been blessed. I got a wonderful son. You know, I tried to keep my crazy out of him as best I could. Oh my goodness, I'm one freaking plank away. That's nuts. I don't know. I'm hoping that I can move to a more like Gandhi-like state in life now. I spent playing World of Warcraft. I was a healer and spent all my time in a supportive role. And I'm not talking about an insignificant amount of time. I spent almost 20 years as a healer. I loved healing and I loved tanking. And more so healing than tanking. Like I loved the Resto Druid, and I loved healing. But now they I don't know, they've tried too hard to make it stressful, and it's too hard for me. Like my butt puckers when I heal. And the problem with that is it causes my pelvic floor to go hypertonic and fatigue, and then I start aching extremely badly, and then I can't poop, and all kinds of nasty things start happening to me. You know, then my muscles fatigue in other locations in my body, and then my digestive system gets all screwed up, like worse than it already is, and it's just like, man, what a nightmare. And I can't just play I can't do what I used to do. There it is, baby. Huh? Build time remaining, 23 minutes. Well, I'm not going to be around to see that finish, I don't think. I don't have the ability to do that. That's a little too much more time for me. I was expecting maybe another 15 minutes tops. And if I do, I'm going to have to get up and wander around. Like, I'm pushing myself way too hard. I should have stretched and done my yoga and my pelvic floor stretches before I ate. Because I have to lay on the ground. You know, maybe I'll show you what I do. Because I've seen 3 different pelvic floor specialists, 5 different gastroenterologists, I would say at least 5 different primary care doctors, man. It's just like, I don't know why it's so hard to find a good doctor. And the thing that blows my mind, like, I spent like 30 years in the diagnostic field in computers, right? And it's like the diagnostic prowess of these doctors these days is just questionable. It's like if I operated on assumptions like they do, and the mannerisms and the just lack of giving a shit like they do, I would have never been able to run my business. I never would have gotten it up to an $80,000 a year business. Oh, I can do it. I could do it. I could do it. No, 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 no. Oh. I would have never had a business to begin with. But because, you know, they're in such high demand because so many people are messed up that I got it. I can do it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I'm so close. I just want to go back and then come back and do it all over again. All right, let's eat up these mushrooms. How much is this cake? I don't want to just arbitrarily eat it because it might be like too much. Bloop, bloop. Like I feel like yeah, 225. I would have gobbled that up, would have been a waste. 10 focus is worth it. Didn't realize I had 4 of them. That's nice. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. You know, and here's the thing. I haven't liked a game like Palia, or any other game for that matter, this much, and I'm not even kidding with you. Like, I mean, I can't remember when. I'm trying to remember when's the last time I really enjoyed a game like this. This is a legit challenge. Grounded. Grounded the game. It's basically where it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets computer gaming. So cool game. Such a cool game. I actually have a base that I've been working on there. I do. What was I doing? I was building the addition to my house. "20 minutes. That's such a long time away when I'm in this much pain. Oh. I wonder if I can just see if I can just poke this thing in this spot here and kind of like lean around it or something. I got like a little squishy like carpal tunnel ball I squeeze on. And I'm putting it in the small of my back. Seeing if maybe it'll help. I'm kind of phasing out here. I'm not sure what I'm doing anymore. I got money in my inventory now. I'm selling some stuff. So why don't I haven't done a whole, how much fishing have I done? Feel like I've done some reasonable amount of fishing. Like I didn't grind it out. I would really like to get into cooking more. Let's do some of that. But the problem is I sell most of my fish because that's how I make my money. But I got grilled meat. Let's do that. Use quality ingredients if I have it, for sure. I'm really grateful for this game. They've done a lot of cool stuff. It's eye candy galore. And you know, I was evaluating, like, because I'm deciding that I want to get a new video card. And I think the two things I'm gonna get to upgrade my stream and then just my general gaming capabilities is I want to get a RTX 4070. I think that the RTX 4070, they're saying that it has a new AV1 NVEC encoder for streaming. That's light years ahead of what's currently out there right now. So it would make it so that I can produce high quality streams with lower bandwidth requirements so that I might actually be able to stream at 1080p and you guys would be able to see the game as I see it while I play it. How sweet would that be? And then I wanted to get a new microphone. My father-in-law told me I have a radio voice. I don't right now, I don't think, because frankly, my acid reflux keeps, you know, causing my esophagus to get all clogged up and irritated, and it sounds all gravelly and stuff. But like, I'm taking it real low in this channel today, you know, and just be able to get a decent microphone. I think that I mean, to me, I feel like high quality professionalism is something I've always strived for. And when I ran my computer business, that is exactly what I strived for. I worked really, really hard to do well because I took pride in what I did. You know, I gave a piece of my soul to every person I worked for because that's the type of person I am. Here's an example. When I would work on people's computers, I at times would put 15 hours in a computer so that they didn't have to. Because here's the thing, like, if you know how to fix computers well, you don't have to wipe and reload them. And people, I would work for people or businesses, you know what I mean? And the last thing they want to do is wipe and reload the computer and then have to back up all their data and then restore all their data and then have to, you know, reinstall all the applications and do all of that. And I would work like 15 hours on a computer because I believed, like, and then it's like, you know, like, how much can you reasonably charge for your services? You know what I mean? Where you're not taking advantage of people. And I would charge them around $300, right? Best Buy, the Geek Squad, charged $300 just to go to their house. And I was an in-home computer repair company. I specialized in going out and fixing your computer on site. And I charged $300 for my total services, whereas their starting marker was $300. And I think that that was a failure of understanding of the market at my point. And, you know, when you're a consumer and you transition into the business market, it's hard to value yourself at $80 plus an hour or whatever. And I was at the point when my business collapsed because of my health issues. I was at between $125 to $175 an hour. And I had a really sweet gig. I worked for a company, a loan servicing firm. They had a $5 billion portfolio. And when I did work for them, I was their network administrator. I managed their servers and handled their backup servers and everything. And what an account to lose. Like, I had built so much trust over the years with working with them that I was able to basically, I had an open checkbook with those guys. So it's like I would go in there, make 3 to 4 grand a month with them, you know, depending on what I did for them. And I worked remotely most of the time, doing maintenance and stuff. And it was such a sweet gig, man. Such a sweet gig. You know, they had an open checkbook and they weren't afraid to use it, just to make sure that things stayed well. You know, but the guy that they had running their IT department, because it wasn't me, you know, wasn't even an IT special major, and he was making critical decisions about the business. I had to hound him to get things done. You know what I mean? Because like when hard drives would fail in the server array, I would like, hey dude, I need a new hard drive. And it like he wouldn't go out and get a new one. He wouldn't even order them. And I had to hound him. I'm like, look, man, you need to replace these drives, because if you don't replace these drives, we keep losing drives. All of a sudden, your system's going to go down. We're going to lose all the data, and there's nothing I can do about it. You have to replace these drives. It's a mandatory thing. Do you really want to be responsible for losing all their data? And in a way, I'm glad that I don't work with him anymore, because he had way too much responsibility and not enough not enough experience being in a situation with that kind of responsibility. And I don't think, and he screwed things up all the time and somehow managed to walk away looking like roses. And it was really disappointing that I ended up losing that client due to, in my eyes, his failures. You know, I don't even think he should have been in the situation he was in to begin with, as far as his authority level, because he wasn't an IT specialist, and he was making decisions about the IT department that he should have never been making in the first place. You know, I talked to them about when I was getting to the tail end of my tenure with them, that they needed to bring somebody in to just be their full-time IT manager. But they didn't want to hire me, so it was unfortunate. It's just like with every company, they want everything at the cheapest dollar, and unfortunately, you know, they compromised on things like their system was getting hacked on a regular, or hack attempts on a regular basis, because obviously if you're a loan servicing firm, you know, you have valuable information that other people want. And there was hack attempts on their servers on a regular basis, and I was constantly blocking all the hack attempts. And so are they still, you know, blocking the hack attempts? Probably not. I'm sure as soon as I walked away, they didn't even know what they were doing anymore. You know, they were trying to hack the remote desktop protocols on the server, because the remote desktop protocols are what's open to the public, so that the, you know, in-house people can connect remotely to work. And especially with COVID and everything, COVID was, you know, causing everything to like go remote for a very long time. And they just you know, okay, and so like here's a story. Like I built them a $11,000 offsite backup server, real-time backup server, so that if anything went down, you know, and weekly I would back up their software database, and implement and install it in their offsite backup server, so that if at any point in time their local server went down, and the backup happened daily, right? So it wasn't like they, you know, like they might lose a few hours, but I wasn't able to back up during the day, you know what I mean? Because we didn't have the bandwidth, because it was a lot of data that was getting transferred to the offsite backup server encryptedly. So anyways, I leave their tenure. He calls me up like 2 years later and tells me, we can't find the offsite backup server. The company that, you know, you had running or maintaining, like we had it in what was called a colo server, or co-location, where the whole functionality of a colo is you would have a server, and you know the reason you have it in a colo is, first of all, it was locked. Second of all, it was temperature controlled. Third of all, the high bandwidth that was necessary for things to function properly, like you were getting like gigabit plus connections. So it was very convenient if you had a server where you were trying to have like multiple people connecting to, like as of an example, like their entire office to connect remotely if they needed to at any point in time to work as like a DNS domain controller and all these other things so that they can keep their network infrastructure up and running if their local server died. And he calls me up 2 years later, says they can't find it. And do you know what happened to it? Well, come to find out, he lied to me. I'm almost certain he lied to me because he was like, the answer he gave me after we hunted and found out that they had actually destroyed the server. They the server was there. It was on the rack. They were like, okay, well, we can't get a hold of so and so, or nobody's checked on this server in so much time, like 2 years. Nobody's said anything. Nobody's done anything with it, and so they basically deemed it abandoned, and it got destroyed. The company destroyed the server, created a certificate of destruction, and you don't know what they did with that data. I mean, you're hoping that they didn't steal it, but they destroyed the server on this dude's watch. An $11,000 server. Well, I charged him 11. It was closer to 5, but with all the data and the work, it was $11,000 of lost revenue. And then he tells me, oh well, what was it? He said that it was left under my name, and because I never contacted the company, they just destroyed it. And I says, I don't see how that's possible, because of the fact that like I called them and I helped them transfer everything over to your account. We even went through the process of setting all your billing up, so it wasn't my fault that things got broken. You didn't check on the server, you didn't maintain the equipment, you didn't do anything, you didn't even contact them. So I'm pretty sure that he's a sly little dude, and he convinced the owner of the company that I was responsible for that. And I'm over here going like, am I going to have to worry about a lawsuit because, you don't know how to manage anything and that you have like such poor responsibility skills? But they never contacted me. It's been probably like a year and a half now since that's happened. So I'm grateful because it's like, what do I got? I'm over here destitute and destroyed and can't even barely function from day to day. I can't even clean my house properly. You know what I mean? How am I going to afford an 11 grand server plus, whatever litigation they would bring against me? I'd lose my house. I'd lose everything I own. I recently just dissolved my business this year. I just dissolved the business name. I filed articles of dissolution from my LLC that I had running. And, but, it's whatever. It's disappointing that he let that happen. Because I put a lot of effort. Like I was vested in that server, in maintaining it every week, and even more. Oh, hey, check that out! I can use the big mushroom caps of guild mushrooms. Like, how much did that increase my cooking skill? Not much. So I guess I need to find out more things. Grilled meat. So like, I bet you I can get like I need to find out. Oh, choppa meat. Nice. So I just go kill off some choppas. Now, the thing that I like about this game is they try to make you feel like you're saving the ecosystem, right? Like the choppa meat. How much focus does a choppa cooked meat give me? 50 focus. I think you have 300 focus total. For me, anyway, at the moment. I don't know if they increase the focus. I would assume possibly question mark in the future. Down quest lines and stuff that maybe my focus increases. But maybe not. But so anyways, in this game with the ecosystem, the choppas are coming in and they're not indigenous to the location. So they're saying, well, they're not indigenous here. Your responsibility is to help us clean them out. And in fact, Hassan, the hunter, is the one that wants you to do the work. So it makes you feel better. Like, it's not just arbitrarily killing, right? Like you're doing something to help the ecosystem in the game, right? Like, and that's what I appreciate. So it's not like everything you do is just kill, kill, kill. There's legitimate reasons behind why you killed the Choppa. Wonder if I can jump up in the bubble and go through the roof stack of my building home, my addition. So that's without running. I bet you if I ran at it, I could do it. Here we go. You ready, folks? I did it, yeah. Yeah. Booyah. Wah, run, Forrest. I want to try and actually swish it like a bucket. I want to jump and I want to swish. I did it. That's awesome. Anyways, I've been streaming considerably longer than I should have ever streamed. I really need to get off. I'm in severe amounts of pain, but I guess I'll wait until this is done. I was just feeling so good about myself and I don't know, talking to myself, so to speak, that I just stayed on. And I mean, I got up and moved around a little bit, but there's no way I should have stayed on as long as I have. I'm just hoping that tomorrow I'm not completely destroyed and won't be able to walk very well, and and I can go to the bathroom without too much trouble, and I'm not in too much pain beyond what I normally go through, because it can get real dark real quick for me. Trying to massage my legs, but they're just the bottoms and the hamstrings are just, they're depleted. They're just they've moved into a state of just constant aching. And with my peripheral artery disease, like I took off my compression socks when I took a shower, and I didn't put them back on. So it's like my feet are kind of numb a little bit, and they're tingling quite a bit. Like my feet will start to like feel like I've dipped them in like a fuzz ball. Oh, let me put some of my plants back out. Let's put this one here maybe, or I don't know. I kind of want to put gardenia flowers there. I don't want to do that. I'm okay with the way that is. Oh, my legs. They're just so unhappy. Where's my gardenia flowers? I thought I had a couple that I took and stuffed over. Oh, well, there's one of them that I had. I have gardenia seeds, I think. I can grow more of them. I think. What's going on? Oh, I'm still in the edit tool.
It's not,
Yeah, I don't see the gardenia seeds. They're probably in my inventory.
it's not being too
So let me put all my bricks away. Pink, 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 pink. Pink.
Yeah,
Pink.
the
Stone.
find them there.
So what can you do? Oh, with stone you can make a brick, right? You can make a brick with stone. Plant fiber, flint. What's going on? Oh, storage full. So I have to create another chest. Also, let me water this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, my legs are definitely toasted. Aw. You know, I have issues with pain sensation as well as temperature detection. Like, sometimes I can't tell that I'm in too much pain until it's too late. And then sometimes it's like it's so intense so quickly that I can't tolerate it.
Was it like
But like the temperature control issues, like I can only detect at times gross motor temperature, and that's most of the time I would say. So like I can only detect really, really hot or hot or cold, really. You know what I mean? I can kind of do some vague in between, but there's texture, right, between all the different degrees of temperature, and I can't most of the time I can't feel that.
Oh, that's good.
It's just not a thing. Oh, it's done. Sweet. Like, I think a couple of gardenia bushes here, maybe a gardenia bush here, and maybe like some of these or orange or whatever those red. Are they red? They look orange. Cattails? Maybe a couple cattails like on either side of the window, or I don't know. Hey, I wonder if now I can bring in all my stuff here, and this will be my workshop in my house. That seems kind of cool. How about this here, and this here, and this here, and that over there. And this, I kind of feel like, well, let's take that lamp here, maybe put it right in the center of the table, maybe? Question mark? Yeah, I like it there, like kind of off on the edge. That looks better. Maybe get a little chair. Oh, yeah, duh, it's right here. Yeah, it almost looks like it's used. You know, you kind of turn it cockeyed, so it's a little bit sweet. Question, I wonder how hard it is. Like, I don't know. Like, some of this stuff doesn't even look like it should be in the house, right? Like, all this hard working tools. Like, I think what I'm going to do, this will be my bedroom. And then, let's use a chest here, maybe. Feels like that's backwards. Yeah. Let's put a wardrobe in there. That feels weird. Feels like too compressed now with the wardrobe. It's so big. Yeah, that looks horrible. Can I do over here on the corner? Why does that stick out so far? It's too big. Too big, too big. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. I shouldn't do this. I really need to get off and stop hurting myself. Anyways, I hope you have a good night, and you can take something away from everything I've said to help yourself. And please be safe out there. It's getting pretty scary with the people out there and all the anger and everything that's going around. And hope you have yourself a good afternoon and a good evening, or whatever it is that, time of day it is for you. And hope to see you again. And
What are you trying to fix?
all right, bye.